when I was growing up, we didn't have like cable or anything, so we just like watched like animated DVDs that we would get from Netflix. But like I would sometimes see stuff at stores, but like I was like, oh. It wasn't until like I got into, it was like 5th and 6th grade where I was like, oh, okay, so I'm not the ideal body type. Okay, so I'm not what people want. It's like, it's not like a particular moment or a particular piece of media, but I just remember suddenly being like, oh, okay, my clothes look kind of weird. But it's like, it actually didn't. I was a kid, but to me it was like, oh, I look weird, I look wrong. And it was obviously media that did that. It's not something that you, it's like, it doesn't just pop into your brain, something influenced you. As I talked about kind of earlier, it started in 5th and 6th grade. 5th grade is when I like started puberty, and so like things were happening and it was miserable, and I was the only one. And it was obvious. Like my friends would, my 2 friends at the time, one of them, she like, we were making like code words for things, and she was like, you're obviously more developed. And I was like, huh? Okay. She like, it's like she kind of made fun of it, but also didn't, because it was like my chest that she was talking about mostly. I was like, so that really like started a weird relationship with it right off the bat, instantly. And I also remember, this isn't quite necessarily media, but it's still like kind of the start of my mental health thinking about it. I went to one of my friend's house and she had a pool, and we were like, oh my god, let's go in the pool because it's summer and it's hot. So we like swam around for a bit, played, and then my mom came to pick me up and she's like, you need to wear a bathing suit next time. Because like we didn't have our bathing suits, we just had like our clothes. I was like, okay, Mom. Okay, I'll do that. And I felt so much shame. It was probably the most shameful I've felt in a long time. Or like, it's very prominent for me. But then it's like, the older I got, it's like I saw YouTubers and shows and ads and everything. It was early 2010s, and so it's like everyone's skinny, everyone's small, everyone and it was just like hit after hit after hit of being like, okay, I'm supposed to look like this, but I don't. I shouldn't wear this dress because it makes me look worse. And it's all because of the like shows we were watching and the ads we were seeing, and like conditioning us to be thinking those things.
So the media wasn't actually what the problem was rooted in. The problem was rooted in society. Society was the one that was telling these women what they should look like and what they should be. And the media just kind of took that and ran with it. And they're exploiting that even now, and it's only becoming more of a problem. And in this article from this quote on the screen, it really goes into that and how the media is just exploiting women and is the reason why so many women feel the way they do, and it's not just a marginalized group of people. Because of the standard that the media has like placed on women, the only way to counteract this is to call out the behavior when it is being shown.
Yeah, definitely, 100%. If like being exposed to anything, you're obviously bound to think about it or be influenced by it. Like, yeah, if I wasn't exposed to like a show, I wouldn't know that it exists. Simple as that. So if nothing is shown to you, or you don't grow up seeing it or exposed to anything, you're not gonna think about it and you're not gonna have any thoughts about it. Like even from like a young age to now, I'm still exposed to all of these things because it's happening constantly. It's like when I was younger, maybe the sexualization could have been a little worse, No, it's the same. It's all bad. It's still bad. It's more like fat shaming that was worse when I was younger, but it's still, there's still so much sexualization in media and real life and everything that it's, if you weren't exposed to it, obviously you're not gonna care or know. Like, when I was younger, I didn't care, but then once I started growing up a little bit, I got more access to the internet and more people started talking to me, and then I was like realizing things and thinking about it, and then just basically going down the rabbit hole of everything.
This issue not only affects the average woman in society who consumes this media, but also the woman who is being presented and portrayed. And consuming this media and being a part of it can manifest itself in horrible ways, such as like eating disorders and other things like that, besides just the mental aspect of it.
Yes. I feel like I have to like dress more attractively or do my makeup more often, or I don't know, think certain things or like certain things, or else I'm not correct or ideal, simply because I'm a woman. It's hard to not feel like you have to, because there's so much pressure put onto you to be like attractive or wanted, and if you don't perform, then no one's gonna talk to you, no one's gonna pay attention to you, no one cares.